a short piece of history, and that is in the traditional Jewish communities, there were always two leaders. So, for example, in the city of Brisk, there was the Rav, the rabbi of the community, and there was the Dayan. The Dayan is the judge, and each one of them was famous. The Brisker Rav, Reb Chaim Soloveitchik, and others before him, and the Dayanim. There was Rav Rieger, Rav Malin, a number of very, very famous people who were the Dayanim, who were the judges. The same thing was true in Hasidic communities. There's the Rebbe, and there was the head of the Bezdin, and they had different roles and different functions. And it said that there was a shaila once that Reb Chaim Brisker had, and he said, go ask the Dayan for a psak. Ask the judge that he should say, what is the halacha in this particular case, but don't ask the reason why. In other words, just give me the final outcome, because no matter what he says, I will be able to argue and find a different opinion from what he says. So I only want to know what the final outcome is. So the reason why I'm saying this is because there are two aspects in Jewish life. There is to know what to do, to know exactly what you have to do. It's either yes or no, it's either kosher or treif. And there's another aspect, which is the process of going through to be able to come to that conclusion. And each one of them is of tremendous importance. To know what I'm supposed to do is very, very important. To be able to go through the back and forth, which is called the Milchamta Shel Torah, the war, the fight of Torah, of the two sides, really slugging it out to see which is the correct way each one thinks, is a very, very important and a very, very enjoyable type of thing. And of course, the reason I mention it is because when we discuss something and we give different positions and explanations or something like that, that's part of the beauty and the warmth of the Torah as to all of those different things. So I'm just going to conclude with a question for you and no answer and no discussion. And that is, we mentioned about missing a day of Sfira, that our custom is that if a person misses a day of Sfira, they continue counting, but they no longer make the bracha on their own, and they have someone be motzi them. What happens if a child becomes bar mitzvah in the middle of the Omer? He was born during the time between Pesach and Shavuos, so he did the counting, let's assume, before he was bar mitzvah with a bracha, and now he's bar mitzvah. Does he continue to make a bracha or not? Did he? That's for you to find the two sides. Likewise, the same question, if somebody converts in the middle between Pesach and Shavuos, what about, can he make a bracha or can he not? No discussion about the answer now. That's to think about, the different possibilities. And it's beautiful. It's the warmth and the joy of Torah to think of those things. To everyone, a very, very good moed, a wonderful day, and 7 o'clock tonight is Mincha and Maariv.